between the Seahawks and the Patriots as we count down the days to Super Bowl 60, and we got an all-time great about to join our set.
Emmitt is the best setter of a goal I've ever been around.
Incredibly strong run by Emmitt Smith.
I wanted to win more games, lead the league in rushing.
Move over, Sweetness. Make a play for Emmitt.
Be MVP of the league.
Smith carries it in, and it's touchdown Dallas.
Go to Super Bowls, become MVP in the Super Bowls.
Dynasty, Dallas, the 90s.
How sweet it is.
We are now joined by the NFL all-time leader in rushing yards, three-time Super Bowl winner, former regular season and Super Bowl MVP, Pro Football Hall of Famer. He's here on behalf of Narcan. So lucky to have Emmitt Smith here with us on the First Take Set. What's going on, Emmitt? How are you?
I am wonderful. This is a beautiful city. Got a beautiful backdrop. Y'all just dropped some knowledge on everybody. It was great. It was great. I love that last segment.
Something tells me you're about to drop some knowledge, too. Look, you've been on this stage and in this situation multiple times when you were playing. What is this week like? What is this day like, the Friday before Super Bowl?
This right here is an exciting week for a lot of guys because young people that had dreams and aspirations of playing in this particular game, it's about to go down in about 48 hours or so. And so this is the moment where you say to yourself, I got to shine. I want to be the guy that makes the play that counts during this game. I want to be the guy that when the people see me make that catch or make that run, they have a memorable moment of the things that I did during the Super Bowl. I want to be that guy. I want to be the MVP.
Yeah.
I want to show up and show everybody that this is why I'm in the National Football League.
I just want to take a moment before I ask the next question to remind the audience who you're watching and who you're listening to right now. You're talking about the all-time leading rusher in NFL history. You're talking about a man that went 11 straight years rushing over 1,000 yards. You're talking about a man I'm thinking about, and I had to double-check this stat just to make sure I remembered it correctly, the only running back in NFL history to win all four honors in the same season, a league MVP, a Super Bowl MVP, a Super Bowl championship, and a rushing title.
Yes, sir.
All in the same damn year. That's what this man, that's who you're listening to. That's who you're listening to right now.
Dance.
That's right. So with all of that being said, how much is the running game do you believe is going to impact this particular Super Bowl? We talk about Drake, maybe talk about Matt Stafford, but the running game for each team, how much do you think that's going to impact this game?
The one thing I have noticed, when you give defensive coordinators 2 weeks to prepare for a game like this, the running game is pretty much the one thing that suffers the most. And if I'm a D coordinator, I'm trying to eliminate the running game the most because I got two young quarterbacks. I'm going to call one of them young, but I'm going to call one very young.
Right.
Two guys that you don't know how they're going to respond in this game because this is the biggest game of their life. They ain't never played in a game as big as this one. And so you want them to have the jitters because if you lead the running backs are not going to have jitters.
Right.
You give us space, we're going to take advantage of that space.
Right.
And so at the end of the day, you want to try to slow this running game down. It's going to be very difficult to do because Seattle run the ball very well. And so does New England. And so it's one of those games where I look to see we'll be lucky to see a guy get over 125 yards. We'll be lucky to see that, but it can happen. It can happen, but I don't expect it to happen because Martin Baber he's coming from a championship pedigree, and he knows how to prepare his team for these kind of games. The question is, are the players ready for what they're about to walk into?
Got it.
So young.
Go ahead, Cam. Can I ask you a ball question?
Yeah.
All right, say less. So every time I would watch Emmitt Smith running the football, it was all, are you right-handed or
Yes,
left-handed?
I'm right-handed.
So why would you always carry the ball in your left hand?
It was the most comfortable spot. I felt weaker with the ball in my right hand, and I felt stronger with the ball in my left hand, more protected that way. I tried to do it, and it just did not feel normal. And so with the right hand, I could fight people off all day long. With that left hand, I needed to protect that ball. And so when I fumbled the ball my freshman year in high school, when they moved me up to varsity, I fumbled 3 straight times on the first 3 carries I had.
Wow.
And that man yanked me up back in the day when he used to be able to do that.
Yeah.
And he told me I wouldn't mount to nothing. I wouldn't play for him or anybody else. I had to figure out a way to carry that football. And I learned how to carry that ball in the most comfortable hand. I shoot pool left-handed.
That's
the only 2 things I do left-handed: shoot pool and carry the ball left-handed.
I mean, it's tough because earlier this season we was looking at a fellow who's in contention to a lot of your records, Derrick Henry. And when you see running backs fumbling the football, what would be the advice? Because normally in any type of teach tape, they will tell you to keep the ball on the outside hand, high and tight, 3-claw rules. But for you, the all-time leader, it was always in one arm, no matter running left or running right.
Well, what I would say is, and I had and this is where great coaching come into play too, because a great coach will analyze whether or not you're getting too lax. Because there was a time when I was with the Cowboys and I fumbled the ball a couple times, probably my rookie year, and Jimmy got up in my face and said, I don't know where your head is at, but you better get it in this damn game. And because Jimmy was known to cut a person for fumbling the football.
That's right.
So, and LT fumbled, knocked the ball out, recovered it, returned it for a touchdown. And my coach, Joe Brodsky, was studying the tape. He said, listen, your elbow is starting to get a little loose. So we're going to have to work on getting that thing, keeping it tighter. And so when I went in the weight room, I was doing flies and everything else, trying to get this thing right, trying to get that squeeze just right. And then I started learning how to cover the ball up with both hands as I get into traffic. And so you just have to learn and can't just run freely all the time. Because, in this league, guys are coming in now doing this.
Punch.
They're not even trying to tackle no more. They're not even trying to tackle no more.
Get the ball out.
They're coming in to punch. So when you get in traffic, cover that thing up with 2 arms and keep it secured, and you're going to get 5 more yards all because they don't want to tackle.
And not only that, I tell you this, I'm going to let you go, Swag. But when you see a man-child like Derrick Henry fumbling the football, that builds confidence in every defender out there that they can get somebody to fumble the football. Because you're looking at that brother, and you're like, if he fumbled the football.
But you know why he's fumbling? Because they don't want to tackle him.
That's right.
So they're going for the ball. The ball is the most important thing on the football field, not Derrick Henry.
Right.
Let's keep that in mind.
That's right.
And so if I don't want to tackle 6'5", 250 pounds of sheer muscle, a guy that's going to give me a stiff arm like Michael Jordan is palming a basketball. No, I want to get the ball. If I get the ball, he's in trouble.
There you go.
Zone, I'm going to a hard-hitting question, brother, because we had a visceral reaction a couple weeks ago.
Visceral.
And you are a gold jacket member of the Hall of Fame. What is the response from you guys, which is the most important thing about Bill Belichick not being first ballot?
I am livid.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
I am absolutely livid because what you're seeing is the hypocrisy that's going on with some of these writers and so forth. People are mad about certain things, whether or not he wanted to talk to you or whether or not he gave you the right answer.
By the way, writers, coaches, executives, they all
right across the board. Everybody who voted. And here's the problem. I dislike the fact that people vote and their votes are not revealed who did what and why.
That's right.
Because I think you guys, the press, has the right to be asking the question, why did you vote such a way?
That's right.
And what was your reasoning? I don't care if you're from Indianapolis. I don't care where you may be from. The bottom line is you're mad for a reason. And whatever the reason is, you acting like your shit don't stink. But it is. And so you're being very hypocritical about what you're doing.
Cam, let me go to him.
And you're watering down something that's very special.
Absolutely. I've been going off about this. But it's something that's worse because with Belichick and what you've done to him, and there's no question that he didn't deserve that. And I'm so proud that Jimmy Johnson called everybody out too. Then you did it to Kraft. All right? Who's been in 11 Super Bowls in 32 years with 3 different combinations of a head coach and a quarterback. And there's no way around this. It is setting the stage to do the same thing to Tom Brady. Your thoughts about what the Hall of Fame would mean if they did that to Tom Brady? If Tom Brady is not a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Bro.
Finish the sentence. Finish the sentence.
I don't even know why I'm in it.
That's right.
If he's not a first-round ballot, I don't even know why I'm in it. Because at the end of the day, you're talking about people that have done things that the game has never seen before. No one on the planet has more rings than Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. And at the end of the day, when you start talking about, no disrespect to guys that was 30 years ago going in, no disrespect. However, your stats have not moved since 30 years ago. And they're never going to change anymore. So 30 years ago, if you didn't get in, why 30 years today you feel like or somebody think that you have the right to get in? And snub somebody else so you can get in. That's all you're doing is snubbing people and hiding behind the fact that I got the right to do it.
Zone, I love that you said that because that's my point. you always got to ask your question. You sitting here right now in the flesh with us. You can't tell the NFL story without Emmitt Smith.
Can't.
So there's also a reserved area in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
We want to act like it's not, but there is an echelon in the Hall of Fame that's different than everybody else in there until somebody else comes along. You're the all-time rushing leader, all-time yards leader. When voters sit down, I don't care what comes up. He is the best to ever do it in this league. There should be no question.
Yeah.
So Bill Belichick has 8 total Super Bowl rings as a coach in the league. Is 5 or 6 as a head coach, right? His coordinating also with Super Bowl championships. And a group of people get in the room, and nobody stands up and says, "Hey, wait a minute."
Right.
Hey, wait a minute.
And here's the biggest thing too. Media members and all, people ain't saying it. I'm gonna say it. Y'all all played in the league. Y'all all played. When people bring up Spygate and all of this other stuff, if y'all saying hell with all of that,
Yes.
Right.
here Hall of Fame, who the hell are we to say otherwise? See, somebody got to say
At
that.
the end of the day, if they out there playing a Nerf football,
That's right.
and that defense can't stop somebody throwing
That's
a
right.
Nerf football, that's y'all issue.
That's right.
It was our issue when T.O. came to the Star.
That's right.
It wasn't T.O.'s issue.
Right.
T.O. did what he wanted to do. Our job was to stop T.O. from doing it.
That's right.
And so, yes, I got upset. But that's okay. I couldn't stop T.O. I couldn't stop it. I had to do my part for my team. You know what I'm saying? To defend the Star the best way we could. But at the end of the day, man, these folks that are sitting over here acting like they're holier than thou and everything else, it's absolutely ridiculous. And I know the bus up there in Canton right now, they saying some cuss words that cannot even be pronounced on the doggone television screen right now.
That's right.
Let's get to the Star here. Let's talk a little bit about the Cowboys. Yesterday, we had a discussion about the Cowboys on the show, and Dan Orlowski was on our set, and he said
Cowboys need some Narcan.
Some very nice. He said some very nice things about the Cowboys that
I agree.
that Stephen A. didn't quite agree with. Take a listen.
I actually believe that Dallas is starting a brand new Super Bowl window. Okay? I honestly do. I think Dak Prescott is going to start like a second chapter in his career. That is
Oh, snap.
Oh, he had his feet up over here and everything. He's talking very nice to you, but now he's going to sip his coffee. You want to defend
Let me tell you
yourself?
something. I owe no apologies. Let me tell you something right now. I can troll Cowboys all I want to. I never trolled Emmitt Smith. I never trolled the playmaker. I never trolled Troy Aikman. I never trolled any of those folks, okay? Never. Because guess what? You lived up to it.
We didn't give you room to.
That's right.
Right.
For sure.
Yep.
That's right. That's my point.
I think people need to understand this.
I love
Oh, no. It's clearing the throat.
Emmitt, respectfully, how old are you?
I am turning 57 this year.
57. It looks amazing, by the way.
He do. Looks
It's
phenomenal.
body goals. If I get to 57, as my grandma had used to always say, if God willing, God spare my strength. But, ladies and gentlemen, Cowboy Nation and America's team, quote unquote, y'all ain't been to the Super Bowl
30 years.
since he was in it. So let's put that into perspective.
Let's not let this happen.
Let's put that into perspective.
We don't need this to happen.
Hey, bro.
But it's just the reality.
Those are
Cam,
facts.
it's the energy in what you said.
I'm sorry. Ladies and
Emmitt,
gentlemen,
respond.
They are facts.
Can you let
They are facts.
your team hasn't been to the Super Bowl.
They know it. They know it too. They know it. Cowboy fans know it.
January 28th, 1996 to be exact.
Yes, 96.
Yeah.
Emmitt, go ahead. Do you think maybe they're going to start this new Super Bowl era, a new Super Bowl era?
I don't know what
next
we're
year?
going to start, but I know one thing. We started solidifying and stopping the offense from sliding backwards. Now we just got to step up. And we done seen this road too many times. In 30 years, if we have not learned how this thing is going to go, everybody around here can probably predict where it's going to go. Only way it changes, if certain things changes, that sends a different signal than what you've seen over the last 30 years. Now that we have all these picks, now that we made the trades, now that we got Schottenheimer in here stabilizing the offense with Dak Prescott had one of his best years.
Yep.
We got a 1,000-yard rusher. We didn't have a defense. We didn't have a defense.
Reality.
We didn't have nobody that can stop a cold in Alaska butt naked after a cold shower. We could run. You could run the ball down our throat, and there was nothing we could do about it. But we got two big dogs in the middle now.
Yeah, Quinn and Kerry.
Yeah. So we got some picks. We got some options. I want to see how we manage the next 6 months. The best way to describe the Cowboys this year, I would say if we have a boring offseason.
Hey.
a boring offseason. And that means we selected the right people and letting everybody else talk, but somebody says, I ain't saying nothing.
Yeah.
Because 30 years of saying something has not worked. Sometimes you just need to be quiet.
On your face.
Sometimes you just need to be quiet and let things just happen the way that they need to happen.
We got to go. Would you re-sign George Pickens?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. That would be one of the first things I do. Because that's one way to keep it silent. That's one way to keep things silent instead of have this fanfare and this dude over here talking.
It's not just respect. I revere the great Emmitt Smith. I also feel sorry for him.
Don't feel sorry for me.
Because
I got my
no. I'm talking about what they subjected you to. What they've subjected you to over the last 30 years.
I just got to deal with it.
Yeah. Okay.
These are shoulders. They still strong. I can deal with it because you know what? If they don't win anything, guess what they're going to keep doing? They're going to keep talking about that 96. They're going to keep talking about the 93. They're going to keep talking about the 92. Right. It's going to be Troy, Michael, Emmitt, and Dion, and that they're going to keep going back to that.
That's true.
And when they get sick and tired of going back in that, they're going to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. When they get sick and tired of being sick and tired, then they'll make the change.
All right, deal.
Prophetic words.
Yes. Emmitt Smith, we really appreciate you stopping by First Take.
Y'all go get some Narcan. And we got a new case.
There you go.
It's called Carry Narcan. What that is? CarryNarcan.com, buddy. Go there. You get that free case right there.
And enjoy the Super Bowl. Thank you so much.
We are in San Fran, and they got people walking the street.
Thank you for stopping by. All right, Drake May did not win the MVP.